The New South Wales State Emergency Service says more people are becoming isolated by the day as flooding in the state's west worsens. There have been falls of around 50 mils during the past 24 hours in some places around Condobolin and Lake Cargelligo, west of Parks. The state government says emergency resources are ready to be deployed where there's a high risk of flash flooding.
Those communities out there can be isolated again just with a minimal amount of rain falling. So we're very alert to that, of course. We've got aircraft that are capable of conducting resupply into communities. We've got our high clearance vehicles. We've got other aircraft that have down the wire capability should we need to rescue somebody out of floodwaters. We're hoping that that won't be needed, but we are very much on high alert and ready to respond if necessary.
And Sydney's on track to reach its wettest year on record. The SES says they've had more than 200 calls for help overnight, with half of those in Greater Sydney.
We did see significant rainfall yesterday. That has moved over metropolitan Sydney overnight. And in the last 24 hours, we've had 240 calls for assistance, with 120 of those being across the Greater Sydney area. The ones for the Greater Sydney area were mainly for leaking roofs and trees down. And out in the west of the state, it was around flooding operations and the like. During that time, we've also had 4 flood rescues.
The Weather Bureau says showers along the coast will ease today, but more rain is expected inland.
Most rivers on and west of the Great Divide expect to see minor, even moderate to major flooding. So that does include rivers like the Namoy, the Peel, the Gwydir, the Lachlan and Macquarie rivers. So really keeping an eye on towns like Tamworth, Dubbo and Bathurst. But even along the coast, with that rainfall coming through, there is a flood watch current also for Sydney and the Illawarra coast. So we could see minor to moderate flooding for the Hawkesbury and Nepean. So really urging people right across those affected areas to keep an eye on those warnings from the Bureau and follow all advice from your local SES out there.